Hey hunters, okay, just a little daytime Restless Hill, Lot 1, Restless Hill Cemetery, Lot 1 walkthrough. Doesn't look like much right now, but it's just kind of give you an idea of what it is, since I don't think you've really seen anything yet on the videos. So this one here is probably my oldest tombstone I've made. It's probably about 25 years old. When I was really trying to make a lot of unique looking ones. It's got some chipping down here at the bottom that I have to do. I had some kind of a hard coat on there and it's starting to crack off of it now. And then I have my homemade spotlights, mini spots here, using the Eagle Eye LEDs. They're usually, you know, for cars or motorcycles. And they go to a 12-volt supply that goes to each of these 12-volt connectors, and it goes over to this box right here for all the mechanics. I'm the power for it. So I'll have a tombstone prop here. I'll have the paw prop right here, also his own spotlight. I'll have another tombstone prop moving right here. This guy already moves. He was the first one I put out, probably when I set all this stuff up. I do have my big floods. They're hidden behind this kind of like a stage style, I guess, the canopy, you know, light canopy. So it blocks off the upper half, so it kind of gives a little bit blinders to the top, so it only goes so far. And I have, this one is green, and this one is blue. So they're just basic 1/2-inch ply box, kind of tapered at the end, and a floodlight just sitting on the ground inside, LED wet rated in general. So again, if I wanted more light, I would take that top piece off. But the way these cascade, it kind of goes over to the neighbor's house, bedroom, just right off over here. So anyways, then we walk back here. So directly through this area that I'm standing on. Sorry, people gotta show off their cars. To this over here is going to be the floating lantern prop. And then walk back over here. This is the above ground crypt. And due to the way the yard is set, I only have 2 sides. So it kind of put it at an angle. So as people coming up, they see this side. But because the way it sits over this way, a lot of it gets hidden. So there's no need to put anything over here. And then I have a big spotlight back over here. And I just have that rotating through the fades of the colors, excuse me. And then right here, I just recently put this piece on a hinge. Got it all glued up. I don't know if I can see that here. You know, like right up in here. So before I just had it sitting on there. And the mech for this will go like right here, which I got to glue on a board, so that way it will lift up this way. Before I had to kind of like move this over and shift it, so it kind of looked a little off kilter. But anyways, that just kind of goes back and forth like that. I won't get the squeaking noise anymore, but that's okay. And I don't know if any of you've had this issue. My foam seems to be melting for some reason. I don't know what's causing it. The only thing I can think of. And there's some on the back here, which are really weird. And it just happened this year. got this line, got these double lines, and back here, and that there. The only thing I can think of, or even right here as well, here, you can see that, is that it's getting a reflection off the windows. Now it kind of makes sense with these grids here to have a double line. And there was some warm days in the last bit of September, because I did put all this up in September, so maybe that's what it was. It just got hot and magnified it and started warping it. But all this is going to go away. This is the last year for this up in this lot, and it will go down to lot 2. I actually plan on putting on a mausoleum facade, like right through here. I haven't decided the size yet. At first I was thinking maybe 7 feet wide, but now I'm thinking down to 5 feet wide. So, because I got this tree here in the way, off to the one side. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, I'll start getting out the other props. Okay, here's one of the props I've had for a few years. It's gone through a couple different movement styles. One was just kind of like it just shuffled back and forth. Another one was a forward and back. And then this time I went ahead and just kind of did a tipping. So it's just gonna raise up to one side and back down. Just seems simple enough, I guess. The other mechs I kept on reusing. So anyways, really quick to look at the backside. It's just real quick, simple setup. Reindeer motor or synchronous motor, just ties into a 110 cord. It raises the mech up on the side. I just have it used by a piece of stick of plywood. Raises it, and it just pulls that side up and then back down. So very simple. And I think this newer version mech, I think I did it based off of Fan Oak's props when he did a redo on one of his. So just felt you know, proper to do it that way. And then I just used another piece of extra foam to back it up, give it a little more thickness on the sides. Here's Pa. He's also done by a reindeer motor, synchronous motor. Simple little mech, nothing real big, just makes it look like, you know, head and part of the shoulder sticking out of the ground. Reindeer motor kind of sits with the arm to the top, so it lays down on its back, and then I just have a piece of plastic here for the arm linkage, and this over here goes to his main hand, and so that just kind of goes back and forth. I think I just have it on a 1.5 inch, so it gives me like a 3-inch movement. And then just to keep the fabric up and over, I used a combination of 20 gauge wire, or I should say 12 gauge wire, and some plumber's tape. Kind of gives them a little bit of a hunch on the back there, and then the cord just kind of goes through the extra sleeve. Other than that, and it's pretty simple. Oh, here's part of the neck, so it just pivots. Basically the apparatus is like on a L-shaped board, and then that's just screwed to the top of it and just hole through the PVC, and then piece of wire to link from the arm to the neck. So it gives it this back and forth motion. And here's Pa at night. Okay, a little bit close up of this guy here. Don't really have a name for him, but he was kind of inspired based off of Erie Acres Cemetery. I don't think he's posting videos anymore, but he does have a few good prop builds on there, and this is one that inspired mine. His was in a thinner flower pot, I guess you would say. Again, reindeer motor, Haunter's favorite. It's sitting on a L bracket type of wood, and then basically the head just pivots on a piece of PVC down here with the screw going through it, and then the main arm of the wiper motor goes to the arm mech to wave the hand back and forth, and then as the top goes over, it gives a pull, and then it turns the head. So as it's going one direction, it's pulling the head, and as it comes back, it pushes the head the other direction. So, and then the lantern is plugged in down here. I have green like Christmas lights, and then it has like a basic candelabra with a flickering flame bulb in there, and it just kind of hangs down. Since most of this is hiding it, I didn't really do much with the PVC on the arm, so it kind of sits back and doesn't really get, you know, people don't really get up on it. So basically most of the time when people see it, it's pretty much from like this angle overall. So a lot of it's pretty hidden. So. Here's my classic tombstone popper. What it looks like at night. It's another older tombstone, probably 15, 20 years old as well. It's kind of one of my first ones. Had it around for a long time, and it was purposely made for this prop in general. Okay, here's the pop-up for the crypt. Nothing special on it. This head skull used to be from a what do you call it? I think it was like one of those Spirit Halloween door knocker. You put it on the front, and you know it goes off by sensor and gives you a couple sayings. The jaw flapped on it. It got old and tired, and so I repurposed it for this. So basically, when it pops up, you're only going to see, you know, the half of it. Through, you know, when this pops up here. So it's pretty simple. I've updated it a little bit. It has a small wiper motor on it. I believe this was from like a back hatch of a vehicle I took out of the junkyard. Got it for like 10 bucks. Now they're probably like 30 bucks or so. So that's why it looks really thin. I think altogether it's like no thicker than inch and a quarter, inch and an eighth. And then I have a speed controller down here, same as I do on the floating lantern prop. So that gives me enough of the up and down. And then for the mech, again, for this one, I ended up using a drawer slide and then attached the skull to the back with a piece of plywood, and then the piece of stick to the drawer slide, and then it goes up, and that gave more of a smoother transition up and down. However, the motor is probably on its last leg. I don't know if it'll last this season or not. I do have another motor, bigger one, so it'll give more torque on it, but I think I've been running this one for about maybe close to 8 years, I think, on this one. So it's just getting tired. But anyways, it's on the long board here. Basic green LED that flashes up. So When it exposes, it'll look green. This is also on a 12-volt system, so that's there, and it will go off onto the power supply that I showed you earlier. So I usually butt it up against the back side of the crypt, and then this kind of gives me the area where I need to line it up. And then, so because I put the hinge on it, I can't move it over anymore. So now I have to put like a piece of plywood or something like that to glue on the bottom of here and then stick out for it to help rise it. So, but anyways, that is the crypt prop there. Happy Halloween from Restless Cemetery. Here's my groundbreaker, based off of the build from New England Haunter. Thanks, Jamie. It was a great inspiration for a prop. And here's my crypt dweller for the lower lot. Just got him set up out here. I have to adjust his speed a little bit. Still alive, rocking back and forth tombstone.